We'll just see more on your screen. Well, no. I don't think you would say that at all. In the worst case, you can go
here at Newberg High School, obviously, because you're here. You know that. Want to welcome our friends from Sherwood High School Theater. Thank you very much. We try to share shows with each other. So you guys are opening The Play That Goes Wrong here in just a few weeks, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Sorry to remind you of that. Just let that go. Enjoy our time tonight. So, very good. My name is Mike McConaughey. I'm the director of the theater program here, and I teach this senior, generally, group of lit up author classes. And this is Shauna Peterson, and she teaches the other half of the lit up author classes, and she's going to talk to you about how we got to this point tonight. So, go for it.
Okay, so welcome everybody. So what you should know about this production is that everything that you see in here tonight was envisioned and created by students themselves. So the students have actually selected the show. They have pretty free reign to select any Shakespeare show that they want to do. So last year's juniors selected Macbeth in the spring, and we hit the ground running in the fall with proposing concepts for the show, and then discussing and voting on it, and then breaking up into groups to address all the various aspects of putting together a show, kind of like a small theater company. So they do all of the marketing for the show, so like the social media stuff and the posters you might have seen around school or around town. The student directors are from the class, the set design, the costumes, the hair and makeup, the music, and anything I forgot. That's all part of the creative vision of the students themselves, and they all did the work to put all this together. So extra impressive putting together such a great show for you. It was all teenagers that did this, so pretty amazing. They get lots of credit for doing some good hard work, and I'm really proud of them. And one of the other really cool things that we do in the Shakespeare classes is we get to go on a trip to Ashland every year to visit Oregon Shakespeare Festival. We go see a few shows, do some workshops, do some discussions with the teaching artists at the festival. And it's a really great learning experience, of course, but also a lot of fun, and just a really good theater experience for students to have, perhaps seeing Shakespeare professionally for the first time ever. And we do a fundraiser, or part of our fundraising that we do for it is during intermission tonight. We never want cost to be a barrier to that kind of a trip, so we offer scholarships to anybody who is not able to afford the full cost of the trip. And Mike will tell you more about how you can contribute to that and make sure we can continue to offer those kinds of things.
Yes, have we got a deal for you? So, before I get to that, when intermission time comes, we will still use the same door that you came in. That's the door. Not this door. That's the door. Okay, so we're going to come and go through that door. These others lead to who knows where. So we're going to go there. Now, of course, if there's a real emergency, these doors will get you out to where you need to be. But that's our place. Okay, so when you follow that door and go out to the lobby, you will find cookies and water and telegrams, where you can send a note to cast and or crew backstage. And then our People's Choice Award, most of you know what that is, but we have buckets with our actors' pictures on them. You do your part by throwing lots of money into them. If you think somebody's doing a great job, vote for them with your dollars. At the end of the night, tonight, you've come to the best show, because tonight we will unveil the winners of our People's Choice Award. So after the show, we'll do our regular curtain call. We'll honor our techies. They'll get to come out. We'll honor our seniors, and we'll award our People's Choice Award. So bear with us as we have a few moments of festivities after the close of the show. And then we'll all go out, and the cast will come and see you in the lobby. So couple of housekeeping things. Number one, these are active entrances and exits for our actors, so please keep those aisleways clear. They don't always move at a slow pace coming through, sometimes with swords. So, it's in your best interest. That would be helpful. So, yeah, I think that's it. Turn off your cell phones and those sorts of things, just, to keep us from being distracted. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Welcome to this lovely full house. So we have our student directors, the ones who have spent an inordinate amount of time putting this together, driving the train, guiding the bus, moving the I don't know what they are, but they have done a fabulous job. So please help us welcome Katie Worf and Cale Woolsey.
We've had the pleasure of working with the cast and crew of this show as their student directors.
This show features themes of what is fate versus free will and the confusion of reality of fantasy.
We believe that these themes match up very well with a piece of modern media entitled The Twilight Zone.
You'll see inspiration pulled from the hit series in costumes, lighting design, sound, acting styles, and the addition of a narrator character to reflect Rod Serling's role in the show.
As the characters and the show as a whole fade into the more supernatural aspects, they'll also fade into black and white to match the aesthetic of The Twilight Zone.
Thank you for coming to see the show. We hope you enjoy our production of Macbeth.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain? When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won. That will be ere the set of sun. Where the prince? Upon the heath. There to meet with Macbeth. I come. Greymoor Gate! Paddock calls! Anon! Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
This is the place where now you find yourself. A land not fog nor light, but endless space, shrunk down fit within the human mind, one without shadow, form, or substance there, unreachable, but inescapable. We find ourselves watching a war, now past, the mind and body worn, few men return. For most, the comfort of a victory holds, but fate will soon intrude upon the path of just two ordinary soldiers' lives, one Banquo and one Macbeth.
What bloody man is that? He can report as seemeth by his plight of the revolt. He was saying,
This is the sergeant who, like a good and hardy soldier, fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend. Say to the king the knowledge of the broil is doubtless leaders.
Doubtful it stood there, merciless MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel for that, and fortune on his damned coral smiling showed like a rebel's whore, but all's too weak for brave Macbeth. Well, he deserves that name, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel which smoked with bloody execution, like valor's minion, carved out his passage till he faced the knave, which ne'er shook hands nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him from the knave to the chops, and fixed his head upon our battlements.
oh, valiant cousin, worthy gentleman.
But I am faint, my gashes cry for help.
So well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honor both. Go get him surgeons. Who comes here?
The worthy Thane of Ross.
What a haste looks through his eyes. So should he look that seems to speak things strange. God save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king, where the Norwegian banners flout the sky and fan our people cold. Norway himself with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict. Point against point, rebellious arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit. And to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Oh, great happiness! No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth.
We'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Where hast thou been, sister? Killing swine. Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I, a rosy witch! The rump-fed rung cried, but her husband's to a level gone. Master o' the tiger, but in a sea thou further sailing like a rat without a tail. I'll do, and I'll do.
I'll give thee a wing.
Thou art mine.
And I another.
Look what I have.
Show me, show me.
A pilot's son! Rant with home when he did come.
A drum, a arms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far is it called the forest? What are these, so withered and so wild in their attire that look not like the inhabitants of the earth? Live you, or are you of that man may question?
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glam! All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor!
All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee! Thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? In the name of truth, are you fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly you show? My noble partner you greet with present grace and great prediction, that he seems wrapped withal. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Hail! 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 Lesser than Macbeth, but greater! Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none, so all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail!
Stay, you imperfect speakers. Tell me more. I say instead, I know I am Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief. Or speak I, charge you.
Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, and what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would they had stayed.
Are such things here as we do speak about? Or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be king.
And you shall be king?
Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so?
To the self-same tune and words. Who's here?
We are sent to give thee our royal master's thanks. Only to hail thee into his sight. That's baby.
And, for an earnest of a greater honor, he bade me, from him, call thee Thane of Cawdor, which addition hail most worthy Thane for it is thine.
What? Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who is the Thane who lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose? But treasons, capital, confessed, and proved have overthrown him.
Glamis and Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope your children shall be kings when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promise no less to them?
That trusted home might yet enkindle you unto the crown, besides the Thane of Cawdor. But 'tis strange. The instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest trifles, to betray us in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word, I pray you.
This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs? My thought whose murder yet is but fantastical shakes so my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise and nothing is but what is not.
Look how our partner's wrapped.
If chance will have me king, why, chance may crown me without, Meister. Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Let us toward the king. Think upon what hath chanced, and at more time, the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts each to other.
Very gladly.
Till then enough. Come, friends.
Is execution done on Cawdor? Are not yet those in commission returned?
My liege, they are not yet come back. But I have spoke with one who saw him die. He did report that nothing in his life became him like believing it.
Oh, worthiest cousin, the The sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me. Thou art so far before that swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more than all can pay.
And the service and loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee and will make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, thou hast no less deserved, nor must be known, no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There if I grow, the harvest is your own.
Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are nearest know, we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland.
I'll be myself the harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach.
My worthy Cawdor.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else or leap, for in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep designs. The eye wink at the hand, yet let that be which the eye fears when it is done to see.
True, worthy Banquo, he is full so valiant, and in his commendations I am fed. It is a banquet to me. Let's after him whose care has gone to bid us welcome. It is a peerless kinsman.
Whilst I stood wrapped in wonder, there came misses of the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me and referred me to the coming on of time with Hail, King that shalt be! This have I thought good to deliver to thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart and farewell. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet I do fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. Hie thee hither, that I might pour mine spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all which impedes thee from the golden round, which both fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy master with him, who wert so would have informed for preparation?
So please you, it is true, our Thane is coming. One of my fellows had the speed of him, who, almost dead for breath, had scarcely more than would make up his message.
Give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself, his horse, which croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here. Fill me from crown to toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood. Stop up the access and passage to remorse. Wherever in your sight and substance you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and haul thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife might not see the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of dark to cry, hold, hold. Great Glamis! Worthy Cawdor, and greater than both by the all-hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me far beyond this ignorant presence, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And one goes hence?
But tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall the sun that morrow see. Your face, my Thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters. Bear welcome in your eyes, your hands, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He who is coming must be provided for, and you shall leave the night's great business under my dispatch, which to all our nights and days to come gives solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
our honored hostess, which we thank is love. Herein I teach you how you shall bid God heal us for your pains and thank us for your trouble.
All our service were poor, and single business to contend with the honors deep and broad, wherewith your majesty loads our house.
Where's the Thane of Cawdor? His great love, sharp as his spur, hath helped him to his home before us. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight. Give me your hand, conduct me to mine host, whom we love highly, and shall continue our graces towards him. By your leave, hostess.
If it were done when 'tis done, or well, it were done quickly, if the assassination could tremble up the consequence and catch with this surcease success, that but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But in these cases, this even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poison chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed, then as his host, who should, against his murderer, shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides this, Duncan hath borne his faculties, so meek hath been that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off. And pity, like a naked newborn babe, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. How now, what news?
He has almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
No, you naughty ass.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have got golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be not cast aside so soon.
Was hope drunk, wherein you dressed yourself? Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor, as thou art in desire, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would?
Prithee, peace! I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis the love, the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail.
We fail! But screw your courage to its sticking place and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, his two chamberlains will I with wine and wassail so convince that memories shall be a few. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lie, as if in death. What cannot you and I perform against the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers who will bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only, for thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleeping two of his own chamber, and use their very daggers that they have done it?
Who dares receive the other, lest we shall make our grievances and clamor roar upon his death?
I am settled and bend up, each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
How goes the night, boy?
Moon is down. I've heard the clock.
And she goes down at 12.
Take it 'tis later, sir.
Hold, take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven. Their candles are all out. Take thee that too. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers restrain in me that the cursed thoughts nature gives way to in repose.
Give me my sword.
Who's here?
A friend?
What? Sir, not yet addressed? The king's abed. It hath been an unusual pleasure, and sent forth great largesse to your offices. This Diamond, he greets your wife withal, by the name of most kind hostess, and shut up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, our will became the servant to defect.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they have showed some truth.
I think not of them. Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. The like to you.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle towards my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not yet. I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou a dagger of the mind, a false creation proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet in form as palpable as this, which now I drop. Thou marshalst me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools, or the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on my blade indulging gouts of blood which was not so before. There's no such thing. It's the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now o'er the one half world nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Thou sure and firm set here, earth, hear not my steps which way they walk. For fear thy very stones prate of my whereabouts, and take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. Whiles I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. I go and it is done. If the bell invites me, hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
Which have made them drunk, hath made me bold. That which hath quenched them hath given me fire.
There we go.
Alack, I'm afraid they have awakened, and 'tis not done. The attempt, and not the deed, confounds us. Look. I laid their daggers ready. He could not have missed them. Did he not resemble my father as he slept? I had done it.
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the cricket cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended.
I.
Hark! Who lies in the second chamber?
Now come.
For this is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh in his sleep. One cried murder that they did wake each other. I stood and heard them, but they did say their prayers and address them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried murder. God bless us, and amen the other. Listening their fear, I could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not pronounce amen? I had amen stuck in my throat in most need of blessing.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth doth murder sleep, the innocent sleep, the death of each day's life sore labors back.
What do you mean?
Still it cried, sleep no more to all the house. Glums hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy thane, do you unbend your noble strength to think so brain-sickly of things? Go get some water and wash this filthy witness of your hands. Why did you bring the dagger from the place? It must lie there. Go carry it and smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
Oh, go no more. I am afraid to think what I have done. Look on it again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose, give me the dagger. The sleeping and the dead are as but pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears such a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? What hands are here? They pluck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hands? No. This my hand would rather the multitudinous seas incarnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water washes us of this deed. How easy is it then? More knocking. Get on your nightgown, lest occasion call us and show us to be watchers.
To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself. Wake, Duncan, with thy knocking! I would thou couldst.
Yes, knocking indeed. If a man were a port of Huggett, he should double turning the key. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there in the name of Banana Split? Baccalaureate? Wrong name. Beelzebub. There's a farmer that hangs himself on expectation of plenty. Come in time. Have napkins and now about you. But here, don't sweat for it. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there in the name of Barnabas? That's not the name. A-E-I-O-U. That's not the name. Faith here is an equivocator that can swear both the scales and the soil. Who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate themselves to heaven. Oh, these stupid keys. There you may roast your goose equivocator. Oh, knock, knock. Never act quiet. I suppose this place is too cold for help. I'll devil portrait no further. I thought to learn some of all professions that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. Anon, anon! I pray you. Remember the border.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late?
Faith, sir, we were carousing till, second cough and drink, sir. It's a great provoker of
3!
things.
What 3 things does drink especially provoke?
Marry, sir. Nose painting, sleep, and, urine.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night. Is thy master stirring?
I don't know.
Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow.
Is the king stirring, worthy Thane?
Not yet.
He commanded me to call timely on him. I have almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know this is a joyful trouble to you, but 'tis one.
We labor we delight in physics pain. This is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down, and, as they say, lamentings heard in the air, strange screams of death.
It was a rough night.
Oh, horror, horror, horror! Awake! Awake, ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason! Malcolm, Banquo, awake! Shake off this downy sleep, just counterfeit, and look on death itself! Up, up, and see the great doom's image. Malcolm, Banquo! As from your graves, rise up and walk like sprites to countenance this horror. Ring the bell.
What's the business of such a hideous trumpet calls to parlay the sleepers of the house? Speak, speak.
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Banquo, Banquo, our royal master is murdered.
Whoa! Alas! What? In our house?
Too cruel anywhere. Dear, doth I prithee contradict thyself and say it is not so?
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I have lived a blessed time, for from this instant, there's nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys. Renown and grace is dead.
What is amiss?
You are and do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your father is murdered.
By whom?
Those of his chamber, as it seemed, had done it. Their hands and faces were all batched with blood. So were their daggers, which, unwiped, we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yes. I do repent me of my hearing that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, tempered and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No, man. The expedition of my violent love outrun the pauser. Reason, there the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain that had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make his love known?
Help me, Enzo!
Look to the lady! Let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand. And thence, against the undivulged pretense I fight of treasonous malice.
And so do I.
So all. Let us briefly meet in the hall together and put on manly readiness.
Welcome.
Attended.
out to England. This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted, and my safest way is to avoid its aim. Therefore to horse, and let me not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. For there's warrant in that theft which steals itself, and there's no mercy left.
Threescore and 10 I can remember well, within the volume of which time I have seen hours dreadful and things strange, but this sore night hath trifled former knowings. By the clock, 'tis day, and yet dark night strangles the travelling lamp. Is it night's predominance, or the day's shame that darkness does the face of earth and tomb when living light should kiss it? On Tuesday last, a falcon, towering in her pride of place, was by a mousing owl hawked at and killed, and Duncan's horses, a thing most strange and certain, turned wild in nature, broke their stalls, flung out, contending against obedience as they would make war with mankind. 'Tis said they eat each other. Here comes the good Macduff.
How goes the world, sir, now?
Why, see you not?
Is it known who did this more than bloody deed?
Those that Macbeth hath slain.
Bless the day, what good could they pretend?
The king's son Malcolm, ere stolen away and fled, which puts upon him suspicion of the deed.
Against nature still, thriftless ambition that will raven up thine own life's means, then 'tis most like the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He is already named and gone to Scone to be invested.
Where is Duncan's body?
Carried to Colmkill, the sacred storehouse of his predecessors and guardian of the bones.
Will you to Scone?
No cousin all to fight.
Well, I will thither.
Well, may you see things well done there. Adieu. May our old robes sit easier than our new.
Farewell, Father.
God's benison go with you, and with those that would make good of bad, and friends of foes.
Thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Glamis, all as the weird women promised. And I fear thou playedst most foully for it. Yet it was said it should not stand in my posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there come truth from them, as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine, why by the verities on thee made good, may they not be my oracles as well, and set me up in hope? But hush, no more.
Here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, he would be as a cap in our great feast and all things unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and will request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to the which my duties are with the most indissoluble tie forever knit.
Ride we this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good advice, which still hath been both grave and prosperous in this day's council, but we'll take tomorrow. Is it far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill up the time twixt this and supper.
Hie you to horse, adieu, until you return at night. Goes Fleance with you?
Aye, my good lord, our time does call upon us.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do command you to their backs. Farewell. Sirrah, a word with you. Attend those men our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared. 'Tis much he dares, and to that dauntless temper of his mind he hath a wisdom that doth guide his valor to act in safety. There's none but he whose being I do fear. He chid the sisters. They hailed him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown and put a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. If it be so, for Banquo's issue have I filed my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan have I murdered, to make them kings. The seeds of Banquo, kings. Rather than so, come fate into the list and champion me to the utterance. Who's there? Now go to the door and stay there till we call. Well then, now, have you considered of my speeches? Know you that it was he in the times past who held you so under fortune that you thought had been who wrought with them in all things else to pack a soul into an ocean praise, say thus he Banquo.
You made it known to us.
I did so, and went further, which is now our point of second meeting. Do you find your patience so predominant in your nature that you can let this go?
We are men, my liege. Aye, in the catalogue you go for men.
As hounds and greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, chauffes, water rugs, and demi-wolves are clept all by the name of dogs. Now, if you have a station in the file, not in the worst rake of manhood, say it, and I will put that business in your bosoms whose execution takes your enemy off.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows and buffets of the world have so incensed that I am reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I another, so weary with disasters and tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it or be rid on it.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy.
Aye, my
True,
lord.
my lord.
So is he mine. And in such bloody distance that every minute of his being thrust against my nearest of life. And thence it is that I to your assistance do make love, masking the business from the common eye.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Your spirits shine through you. I will within this hour at most advise you where to plant yourselves, acquaint you with the perfect spy of the time, the moment on it, for it must be done tonight. And with him, Leon's, his son, who keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
I'll call upon you straight. Abide with him. It is concluded. Banquo, thy soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight.
Is Banquo gone from court?
Aye, madam, but returns again tonight.
Say to the king I would attend his leisure for a few words. Naught had, all spent, for our desires got, but without content. 'Tis safer to be that which we destroy than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone? Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself whilst our poor malice remains in danger of her former tooth. Ere we will eat our meal in fear and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better be with the dead, whom we, to gain our peace, have sent to peace, than on the torture of the mind to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. Nothing can touch him further.
Come on. Gentle, my lord. Sleek over your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I love, and so I pray be you. let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him eminence both with eye and tongue, unsafe the while that we must lave our honors in these flattering streams, and make our faces vizards to our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave!
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowest Banquo and his Fleance lives. There's comfort yet, they are assailable. There shall be done a deed of dreadful load.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse, whiles night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelest at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So prithee, go with me.
Who did bid thee join with us?
Macbeth.
Then stand with us to gain the timely inn. And near approaches the subject of our watch.
Hark, I hear horses.
What's the light there? Oh!
Then 'tis he.
His horses go about.
A light.
Stand to it.
It will be rain tonight.
Then let it come down!
Treachery! Fly, good flails! Fly! Revenge is revenge!
There's but one down.
The sun has fled.
We've lost best half of our fare.
Well, it's away. See how much is left.
Degrees, sit down. At first and last, the hearty welcome.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Ourself will mingle with society and play the humble host.
Pronounce it to me, sir, to all our friends, for my heart speaks they are welcome.
See, they encounter thee with their heart's thanks. Both sides are even. Here I'll sit in the midst. Be large in mirth, anon we'll drink measure the table round. There's blood upon thy face.
'Tis Banquo's, then.
Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That we did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats, yet he is good that did the like for Fleance. If thou didst it, thou art the nonpareil.
Most royal sir, Fleance escaped.
Then comes my fate again. I had else been perfect, but now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo's safe.
Aye, my lord. Safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trenched gashes in his side. The least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies. The worm that's fled hath nature that in time will venom breed. No teeth for the present, get thee gone.
My royal lord, you do not give cheer. The feast is sold, from thence is ceremony. Meeting were bare without it.
Sweet remembrance, sir. Now good digestion wait on appetite, and health on both.
May it please your highness, sit.
Here had we now our country's honor roofed, were the graced person of our Banquo present, whom may I rather challenge for unkindness than Pity for mischance.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise.
Please it, your highness, to grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here's the place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my lord. What's it that lives your highness?
Which of you have done this?
What?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks at me.
Gentleman Rice, his highness is not well. Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Upon a thought he will again be well. If much you note him, you will offend him and extend his passion. Feed and regard him not. Are you a man?
I am a bold one, but there look on that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff! This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Oh, these flaws and starts, impostors to true fear, would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire authorized by her grandam. Shame itself! Why do you make such faces? When all's done, you look but on a stool.
Prithee, see there. Behold, look. Lo, how say you? Why, what care I, if thou canst not speak to? If charnel houses and our graves must send those that we bury back, our monuments shall be the maws of kites.
What, quite unmanned and folly.
If I stand here, I saw him.
Shame itself.
Blood hath been shed ere now. Murders have been performed too terrible for the ear. The time has been that when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end. But now they rise again with 20 mortal murders on their crowns, and push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Then I'll sit down. Give me some wine, fill full. To our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss, would he were here. To all in him we thirst, and all to all.
To Banquo!
Abundant quit my sight! Let the earth hide thee. Thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with.
Think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom. 'Tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare, I dare. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble. Or be alive again, and dare me to the desert with thy sword. If trembling I inhabit, then protest me the baby of a girl. Hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery. Hence. Why so, being gone, I am a man again. I'll pray you seek that still.
You have displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
You make me strange, even to the disposition that I owe. And now I think you can behold such sights and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks when mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Questions enrage him. At once, good night. Stand not upon your order of going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood. They say blood will have blood. I will tomorrow to the weird sisters. More shall they speak. For now, I am bent to know by worst means the worst, for mine own good, all costs shall give way. I am in blood stepped in so far, that should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as go o'er. The strange things I have in head that will to hand, which must be acted ere they may be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
Come, will to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are yet but young indeed.
Dead. And the right valiant Banquo, whom you may say Fleance killed, for Fleance fled. How monstrous was it for Malcolm to kill his gracious father? Damned fact! How did it grieve Macbeth? Did he not straight in a pious rage the two delinquents tear? Was that not nobly done? Ay, and wisely too, for 'twould have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. So that, I say, he has borne all things well. But peace, for from broad words I hear Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell me where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the dual birth, lives in the English court and is received of the most pious Edward with such grace.
Thither Macbeth has gone to pray the Holy King upon his aid. And this report has so exasperated the king that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Some holy angel fly to the court of England and unfold his message ere he come, that a swift blessing may soon return to this, our suffering country under a hand accursed.
I'll send my prayers with him.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw, sweltered venom sleeping got, boil first I the charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble.
The lay of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boiling big. Eye of Newton, toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blind worm's sting, lizard's leg and howlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boiling bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, maw and gulf, slivered in the moon's eclipse, nose of Turk and Tartar's lips, ditch delivered by a drab, make the gruel thick and slab, add thereto the tiger's children for the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble.
Cool it with the baboon's blood, then the charm is flowing blue. By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is it you do?
I deed without a name.
I conjure you by that which you profess, however you come to know it. Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though the yeasty waves confound and swallow navigation up, though castles topple on their warders' heads, even to destruction sicken, answer me to what I ask of you.
Speak! Demand! Will answer! Say if thou hast rather heard from our lords, or from our masters.
Call them! Let me see them!
Pouring South blood of the Pete to her nine pharaoh! Come higher, load thyself and off his deathly show!
Tell me thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought! Hear his words, but say thou not.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth! Beware, Macduff, beware the thing to fight! Dismiss me, enough!
Whatever thou art, for thy good caution, begs. Thou hast heard my fear, right? But one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth!
Out of 3 years I hear thee.
Be bloody, be bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of women born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance, double sure, and take a bond of faith. Thou shalt not live that I may tell. Pale-hearted fear, it lies, in sleep in spite of thunder. What's this that rises like the issue of a king and wears upon his baby brow the rounded top of sovereignty?
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be lion-mettled, proud, and take no care. Who chafes, who frets, or what conspirers are. Macbeth shall never be vanquished be until great Burnham Wood, to high Dunsinane Hill, shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest bid the tree unfix his earthbound roof? Sweet Boatman's good. But yet, my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me if your art can tell so much. Shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you.
Show! 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 Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadow, so depart.
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Down thy crown to sear mine eyeballs. In thy hair, thou other gold brown brow is like the first, a third is like the former. Filthy hags, why do you show me this? A fourth, starred eyes. What will the line stretch out to the crack of doom? Another yet, a severed, I'll see no more. And yet, the eighth appears, who bears a glass that shows me many more, and some I see that twofold balls and troubled scepters carry. Horrible sight. Now I see 'tis true, for the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his works do so.
Come, sisters, tear we up his sprites and show the best of our delights. I'll join the air to make a sound while you perform your antic round, that this great king may kindly say our duties did his will compel.
Where are they? Gone. Let this pernicious hour stand I accursed in the calendar. Come in without there.
What's your grace's will?
Saw you, the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damn all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of horse. Who was it came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word. Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my good lord.
Time, thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before this purpose cool.
Done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom! To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion, and his titles, in a place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. All is the fear and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom, so runs against all rhyme's reason.
My dearest coz, I pray you school yourself. Before your husband, he is wise, noble, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves, when we hold rumor. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at the worst will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. Blessings upon you.
Father he is, and yet he is fatherless.
I am so much a fool. Shall I stay longer? I take my leave at once.
Draw your father's day. What will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, mother.
What, with worms and flies?
With what I get, I mean. And so did they. My father is not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I could buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy him to sell again.
Thou speaks with all thy wit, but I was wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
And must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Every one.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Well, then the liars and swearers are fools, for there are liars and swearers enough to beat the honest men and hang up them.
Now God help thee, poor monkey. But how wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you would weep for him. If you would not, it were a good sign I should quickly have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talkst.
Bless you, fair dame. I am not to you known. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you will take a homely man's advice, be not found here. Hence with your little ones. I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm, but I remember now I am in this earthly world where to do harm is often laudable. To do good sometime accounted dangerous folly. What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where someone such as thou mayst find him.
He's a traitor!
Thou liest, thou shag-eared villain!
What? You egg!
He has killed me! Run away!
Come, let us seek out some desolate shade.
Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, that it resounds as if it were with Scotland and yelled out like the syllable of dollar.
What I believe I'll wail. This tyrant whose sole name blisters our tongues was once thought honest. You have loved him well, he hath not touched you yet. You may deserve of him through me, and the wisdom to offer up a poor innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Though all things fouled wear the brows of grace, grace itself must still look so.
I have lost my hopes. Bleed, bleed, poor country! Great tyranny lay thou basest sure. I would not be the villain that thou thinkst, that for the whole space that's in the tyrant's grasp.
Be not offended. I speak not as in absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think withal when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it had before. More suffer in more sundry ways than ever by him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself, I mean, in whom I find all the particulars of vice, so grafted that when they shall be opened, Black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned than the evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking of the sin that has name. Were I king, I would abhor the nobles from their lands, desire his jewels in this other's house.
This avarice hath been the sword of our slain kings. Yet, do not fear. Scotland hath foisons to fill up your will. Of your mere own, all these are portable with other graces weighted.
But I have none. Those king becoming graces, as justice, verity, temperance, stableness, devotion, patience, courage, fortitude, I have no relish of them. Nay, had I power, I would uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth.
Scotland, Scotland.
If such a one be fit to govern, then speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? Oh, not to live, O nation miserable! When shalt thou see thy wholesome days again? These evils that thou repeats upon thyself have banished me from Scotland. On my breast thy hope ends here.
Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, and reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth by many of these trains hath sought to win me into his power. I put myself to thy direction, and unspeak mine own detraction. Here abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself. Scarcely coveted what was mine own. At no time broke my faith. My first false speaking was this upon myself. What I am truly is thine and my poor country's to serve. Old Seaward with 10,000 warlike men already at a point hath set forth. Now we'll together, and the chance of goodness be like a warranted quarrel. Are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once, 'tis hard to reconcile. My ever gentle cousin, welcome thither.
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Last poor country, almost too afraid to know itself, cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where nothing but who knows nothing is once seen to smile. Good men's lives expire before the flowers on their caps.
How does my wife?
Why, well.
And my children?
Well too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace?
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
Keep it not from me. Quickly let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard. Your castle is surprised, your wife and babes savagely slaughtered, and to relate the manner were on the quarry of these murdered dear to add the death of you.
My children too?
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence! My wife killed too?
I have said.
Be comforted. Let us make medicines of great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. Did you say all? Oh, how kite all. What's all my pretty chickens at their dam at one fell swoop?
Dispute it like a man.
I shall do so, but I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things that were most precious to me. They all struck for thee, not that I am, not at their own demerits, but for mine. Fell struck on their souls. Heaven rest them now.
This is the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart, enrage it.
Bring forth this fiend of Scotland, and myself at my sword's length set him.
This tune goes manly. Come, we go to the king. Our power is ready. Our lack is in nothing but our leave. Old Macbeth is ripe for the shaking. The night is long, and then finds the day.
I have 2 nights watch with you, but perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, lock her closet, take forth paper, fold upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and then again return to bed. All this while in a most fast sleep.
In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
Nay, to me, 'tis must mate you should.
Neither you nor anyone having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
She has light by her continually. 'Tis her command.
You see her eyes are open.
Aye, but their senses are shut.
What is it she does now?
It is accustomed to action with her to seem thus washing her hands.
Yet, here's a spot.
Hark! She's speaks.
Out, damn spot out, I say! 1, 2, why then 'tis time to do it. 5, hell is murky. Why, my lord, 5, a soldier and a fear? Yet who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him? The thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What will these hands there be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with this starting.
She has spoken what she should not. I'm sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes in Arabia could not sweeten this little hand.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet, I have known those which walked in their sleep go die lonely in their beds.
Wash your hands, put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on his grave.
Even so.
To bed, to bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come, 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 come. Take my hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed.
But will she go now to bed?
Directly.
All whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds to breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds are deaf pillars diverge of secrets. Born each she, the divine, rather than a physician, I think. But I dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macduff. Revenge's burn in them excite the mortified man.
To Birnamwood shall we meet them. That way, they are coming.
What does the tyrant?
Great Denton, and he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad, others that lesser hate him do call valiant fury.
Now does he feel his secret murder sticking to his hands. Those he command move only in command, nothing in love.
While marching on to give obedience where 'tis truly owed. Meet we the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's purge, each drop of us.
Make we our march toward Bern.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly. All till Burnham Wood removed to Dunsinane. I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. Then fly, false things, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by, and part I bear, shall never sag with doubt, nor taint with fear. Thou green-faced loon, where got'st thou that goose? Look.
There's 10,000
Geese, villain!
soldiers, sir!
Thou lily-livered boy, what soldier's patch? Death of thy soul. Those linen cheeks of thine are counselors to fear. What soldiers, wayface?
The English force, so please you.
take thy face hence. Satan! I am sick at heart. I have lived long enough, and that which should accompany old age as honor, love, obedience, troops of friends, I must not look to have, but in their stead curses, not loud, but deep. Satan!
What's your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I will fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Bring me my armor.
It's not needed yet.
I'll put it on. Send out more horses. Scour the country round. Hang those that talk of fear. Bring me my armor! How does your patient, doctor? That's it.
Not so sick, my lord. She's troubled with thick-coming fancies.
Cure her of that. Cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon her heart.
Therein, the patient must minister it herself.
Throw physic to the dogs on none of it. What rhubarb, senna, or purgative drug will scour these English heads? Hearest thou of them? I would not be afraid of death in vain till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
What wood is this before us?
The wood of Burnham. Let every soldier who come down a battle bear it before him. Thereby we shall shout at the number of our host and make Aaron report of us.
It shall be done.
We learn no lesson, but the confident tyrant keeps still and Dunsinane and will endure our setting down before it.
This is made hope. For where there's advantage to be given, both more and less have given him the revolt.
Let our just censures attend the true event, and put we on industrious soldiership.
The time approaches, towards which advance the war.
Hang out your banners on the outward walls. The cry is still. They come. What castle strength will laugh a siege to scorn? Here, let him lie. What is that noise?
It's the cry of women, my good lord.
I have almost forgotten the taste of fears. I have supped full with horrors. Direness familiar to my slaughterous thoughts cannot once start me. Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been time for such a word. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps amiss. Petty pace from day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. The comes to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
Gracious, my lord, I shall report I say I saw, but not know how to do it.
Well, say, sir.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
Liar! If thou speakest falsely, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive, till famine cling thee. Fear not, till Burnham Wood become to Dunsinane, and now a wood come toward Dunsinane. Arm and out! If this, which he avouches, does appear, there'll be nor flying hence, nor tarrying here. Ring the alarm bell! Blow wind, come wreck. At least we'll die with hardness on our back.
You, worthy uncle, shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Worthy Macduffin, we shall take upon us what remains to do, according to our order. Fare you well. Do we behind the tyrant's power tonight.
Make all the trumpets speak. Give them all breath. Those clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
What's he that was not born of woman? Such a one am I to fear, or none?
What is thy name?
Don't be afraid to hear it.
No. But thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell!
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce the title more hateful to mine ear!
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorred tyrant! With my sword I'll prove the lie thou speakest!
But swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by one that's of woman born.
Tyrant! Show thy face! Thou beast is slain, and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. Let me have in fortune, and more I beg not.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword? Whiles I see lives the gaseous do better upon them.
Turn, hellhound! Turn!
Of all men else I have avoided thee. But get thee back! My soul is charged too much with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. Thou bloodier villain that turns king of the out!
Thou losest labor. Let thy blade fall on vulnerable crest. I bear a charming life which must not yield to one of woman born.
Bear thy charm! And to the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee, Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely bred.
Cursed be the tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man and break into our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's fate! So Burnham Wood become to Dunsinane, and thou oppose being of no woman born, yet I will try to last. Before my body, I lay my warlike shield. Lay on, Macduff, and damn me him the first cries, hold it now!
Friends we missed were safe arrived.
Some must go off, and yet by this I see so great a day as this is chiefly bought.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
The son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man, for like a man he died.
Then he is dead.
I am brought off the field. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his work, for then it hath no end.
Had he his hurts before?
I, on the front.
Why then? God's soldier be he. Had I as many sons as I have hairs, I would not wish them to a fair death. And so his knell is known.
And he is worth more sorrow. That I'll spend for him.
Hail, King! For so thou art. Behold where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. I see thee compassed with thy kingdom's pearl, that speak the salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland. Hail, King of Scotland!
Thanes and kinsmen, henceforth be earls, the first that ever in such an honor Scotland named. What's more to do is calling home our friends abroad, who fled under the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen. This and what needful else calls upon us, by grace of grace, we shall perform in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all and to each one whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone.
Macbeth, age 38, a soldier, strong, and facing such a supernatural force, he acts like any one of us, confused, but with his wife sees Duncan die at night. Betrayal grows through him in his short reign, but fate won't let anyone off easy. And like a startled rat, Macbeth is caught. Unlike his war, the future can't be fought.
closing night, we hand out roses to our seniors. So at the end of the year, some of them will have a little bouquet of dried flowers. Good fun. So we have just a couple of things to wrap up our time. One of those is to say thank you to a number of folks. Thank you to parents for letting these folks stay here all these hours. I see them more than you do, I know. Thanks to all of the students who spent extra time outside of class doing the hard work of putting this together. I have compatriots of mine that think this is crazy to let 60 students kind of have the run of the place and put on a show, and then we invite the public. And you know, it's pretty fun to watch the process for sure. And I know we have a good time kind of watching this come to fruition from the very beginning. So thank you to Kale and for Katie for all of the hard work.
Yeah, I mean, Bill, just want to make sure to recognize Ms. McConaughey's work. And for creating such a positive and welcoming program that is just such a good time to be part of, that people can also really learn from and be pushed to, get better. And so we thank you for that. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. We team teach this very well, and it's a whole lot of fun to be able to work with you as well. Okay, so we have some hardware to hand out. I'd let go of these, but I'm not sure if they will hold the balloon down. But we spare no expense for the Dollar Tree balloon and a less than that little trophy. So our People's Choice Award, we split this into two casts. So we have a gold cast and a blue cast. Gold cast was earlier today, is that right?
No, that's us.
Blue was earlier today? I can't ever remember who is who. I just know that they're going. So the total, I always like to tell you this, out of 4 performances, this many folks we raised just over $900 for our scholarships. That's fantastic, it's wonderful, and these guys see the direct benefit of it, so thank you for that. All right, from our blue cast, which was this afternoon's cast, and Thursday night's cast, we have our People's Choice Award winner is Lady Macbeth, Lila Hastings. Lots of different roles in this show, and that is Sapphire Cole. I just want to say thank you for coming and really supporting this program with your attendance. That's how we continue to do the things that we do. Thank you to Sherwood for being here. We'll come and see you guys. And to prove there is no rest, the cast list for our next show will be coming out most likely tomorrow. We start rehearsals on Wednesday, and we'll perform in March. And that is The Games Afoot, which is a lovely murder mystery comedy. We will be back in our normal habitat, so you can come and enjoy that way. But thank you for this new experience to many of our students and in giving them such a great experience here with this really nice close set. So thank you very much. Have a great night. We'll see you in March. Woo!